It's time for the Nathan Brown Show, live from Walk-Ons Sports Bistreaux in Conway on 106.7 Buzz 2.
Play action, pressure coming, rolling right, throws late, has his man at the 45-50, 45-40. Is he going to go all the way to the end zone? Goodbye, Malachi Henry. Touchdown, Central Arkansas, 62 yards. How about it?
Over the next hour, Coach Brown and Bears broadcaster Justin Acree will recap previous games, highlight outstanding performances, and look ahead at what's next for Central Arkansas football.
Jackson got drilled. It was intercepted. Intercepted and on his feet. And there's that man again, Chris. Dalen Land off the deflection, able to get the interception.
The Nathan Brown Show is presented by Walk-Ons Sports Bistreaux in Conway and broadcasted live at their location at 955 South M&T Road.
Handoff, Chambers. Touchdown, Central Arkansas, and there it is. For the first time in his career, the redshirt freshman Landon Chambers into the end zone for a score.
And it's also brought to you in part by HD Roofing and Construction, Highland Dairy, Moix RV, and Fairfield Inn & Suites.
Looking left, man-to-man, Arlie Lee down the sideline, looking for it, and he caught it over the shoulder at the 5. Did he reach it? And he did! Holy cow, what a touchdown! 48 yards, and the first score of the season for Arlie Lee.
Now let's head to Walk-Ons and join Nathan Brown and Justin Acree.
Okay, welcome in on a Monday night. Great to be with you again here back in Conway, and the Bears get to stay here all week long after a couple of very lengthy road trips. Back on the Stripes Saturday in the first 4 o'clock game on the Stripes for the season as well. Nathan Brown, Justin Acree here at Walk-On Sports Bistreaux. And if you are looking for dinner tonight, maybe a late one or maybe a couple of Monday night games, we know the spot. We're here tonight until 8 o'clock, and you are welcome to come just about any time, at least when they're open. You can show up when they're closed, but that's not going to do you any good. Anyway, good to be back, Coach, and looking forward to this weekend. Utah Tech coming to town, maybe a little payback from last year, but most importantly, this team needs to get a victory. Oh, so close on Saturday against the nationally ranked Lamar team, but a very good effort offensively, and welcome back Austin Myers. Good to see him return to the fold, Coach, and came out and had an instant impact.
Yeah, we did. We did a lot of good things. I was proud of our team. You know, the box score was lopsided, and you know, that's where sometimes, you know, the cliche stats don't matter. Well, on Saturday that was kind of the case. I mean, they scored in some opportune times. We missed some opportunities. We had some lulls throughout the game, and you know, lost the turnover battle, which has become a trend kind of in this season. Didn't gain enough, and we turned it over too many times. But man, we fought. We had 2 different chances to probably quit in that game, early in the game, and then you know, throughout the third quarter. But look, we had the ball on the plus end of the field at the end of the game to win the game, and just ran out of time or ran out of steam, whatever direction you want to go with that. But our guys fought, and they looked good, looked the part. I thought they gained some confidence. There was no, there's not a lot of shaking our heads or holding our heads down. And when we got back Sunday, I mean, it's just look, we got to get to work. We got to get paid. And when in football and college football, you get paid with wins. And so, you know, we're looking to avenge that this weekend.
So you're, down 14-0 before we blinked an eye. I mean, we're 5 minutes into the game and it's 14-0.
Well, yeah, and it was like deja vu, and honestly, that went through my head. I mean, I'm human too. As a coach, you prep your players and you talk about hope and you talk about things that you want to adjust and get better at. We talked about starting faster, and we didn't, and that's an unfortunate place to be in. And so, give credit where credit's due, though. I mean, our players got on the sideline. Obviously, we put Austin in the game at that point. We knew we wanted to play him early. He was available. You know, we started Luther and went with Luther in the first couple series, and so Austin got that third series, and he took us down and scored 17 straight points. We've scored 17 unanswered, had some stops, and really was in a good spot, you know, going into halftime before an unfortunate turnover that you know, they were able to capitalize on. It could have been a 14-point swing.
Yeah.
At the very least, probably a 10-point swing. I think we can get down there and at least hold the ball throughout the half and take a lead in halftime. So that was an unfortunate circumstance. But, yeah, I mean, our guys didn't fight back the last couple weeks. Now, again, give credit to Sac State, give credit to Tarleton State. Talented, really, really skilled football teams. Not that Lamar's not. But we knew they weren't quite as explosive. We knew that there were some things that we could expose, and we were able to do that. I mean, look, we controlled the game for the most part of the whole night. We just didn't put enough scores on the board to win the game.
Yeah. Well, it was quite the answer. Again, like you said, 14-0 to 17-14, and then they go on a run again. Third quarter, felt like, again, it was just kind of slipping away, but you really didn't give up hope. I mean, felt like you guys might have an answer. And again, it just when and again, this is no shade at Luther, who's done a great job of settling in. Again, just hasn't had, a ton of reps with this program yet. But I mean, when Austin walked onto the field in the first pass he threw, we're like, okay, something's a little different. I mean, you could just see like something changed in that team.
He plays fast. He's very accurate with the ball. He's very decisive. I mean, he's a quick thinker. He gets the ball out of his hands, and a lot of those throws and catches, if you put him on the clock, he was getting those off in under 2 seconds. And so when you're doing that, and obviously some of that's what they're doing coverage wise and taking advantage of it, and then seeing the defense before they do it, he did a good job of that. And then he handed the ball when we needed to hand the ball, and I thought in our RPO attack, he did a great job of that. And then when you do that, you start gaining confidence. Our receivers started gaining confidence, right? The ball's hitting them in the hands. They're getting in a flow. We're calling the game fast. We're running tempos. You could just feel it. And I hate that halftime had to hit because I just felt like our momentum was rolling. Then we had to go sit for 20 minutes and, talk about it and adjust and all those things. And we came out flat. And that's on me as the coach. But look, we got to be more mature than that, come out and get some stops and get some points on the board. And that's a whole different outcome if we do that in the third quarter.
We're going to talk to a couple of Bears tonight. Travion Traylor is going to join us from Russellville, Landon Chambers, Keller, Texas native. And we will talk to both of them coming up in a bit. And we're going to ask Landon about his touchdown and some of the plays he's made this year. He's your leading rusher. He's had a really good year and really no surprise to you. And, man, did he tote the rock. We were kind of joking around. I mean, somewhere Blake Visa was going only 31 carries. But, I mean, that's a big night. Blake went down there and had 49 carries one night, which is insane. But Landon was a warrior the other night. Did get a tough call on a play, trying to pick up a fourth down. He stretches for it, and the officials ruled it a fumble. It looked to us very clearly like his wrist touched down and hit the turf, and that's what caused the ball to pop out, Coach. And I don't know if I'm sure you've had a chance to go back and look at it, but did you feel like the officials got it right, or maybe there was some question as to what went down?
Well, here's the unfortunate part of this. The call on the field was he was down, and they overturned it. I didn't think there was enough evidence to overturn it. I thought, and actually the side judge was talking to me the whole time. He's like, Coach, I had him down. And he's like, there's no way that these camera angles are going to be. So I'm sitting there thinking, well, this is going to be uphill because the spot was already granted us the first down.
Right.
It was just it was challenged. We tried to get a play off quick because I knew the ball popped out. Their coach called a timeout right at the last second. I mean, we actually snapped the ball, but he got it just in time to challenge the play. They weren't even going to ring it down. That's the thing. There wasn't their coach challenged the play. And so, unfortunately for us, it didn't go our way. It seems like it works that way a lot the last couple of years in replays. But, my understanding is, your wrist is your forearm's down, you're down. And, I guess they had a camera angle that showed indisputable evidence. I'm going to leave it at that.
That's probably smart. I will say from our vantage point, it was completely the wrong call. I had Chris Kane over there digging through the rule book going, nope. It says rest, down. That can't be a fumble. Okay, whatever. Anyway, very exciting, though. And again, a very encouraging performance. And, we were talking today about it. Chris had brought it up to one of the guys on our morning show. He said, we're trending in the right direction. Somebody's like, you lost. He's like, just trust me. It looks different, and we're excited about this week. So it's Hall of Fame Saturday this Saturday. There's a lot to be excited about. You got a really solid opponent coming in Utah Tech. And while I would say the Bears, when you look at their record, 1-4, not impressive, look at how they got there and who they play. I'm going to say the exact same thing for Utah Tech. Now, they got blasted this weekend, but their schedule has been daunting.
It has.
And they have been very competitive. So this is going to be a war for two teams that are talented and hungry for a win. I'm excited about it. And, oh, by the way, if you're looking for something to do on Saturday, just saying, come on to Conway.
Yeah.
4 o'clock kick, Coach.
Perfect time, perfect weather.
Yeah.
Should be great.
Still grab a late dinner at Walk-Ons when you're done. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We will talk to our student athletes as we go forward. We actually have a little clip from Austin Myers, too. He talked after the game, and so we'll get his thoughts on his first time on the field. Stay tuned.
And Moix RV, customer service isn't just their motto, it's their legacy. Since 1976, they've been dedicated to providing exceptional experiences, not just selling RVs. They hear you. Words are easy, actions speak louder. That's why Moix RV has invested millions in expanding their service bays across Conway, Springdale, and Hot Springs. But service bays are just tools. It's their passionate team that truly makes the difference. Their team isn't just knowledgeable, they're tenured. Visit them today in Conway, Springdale, or Hot Springs, and let's get you rolling.
It's game time at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Conway, located 3 miles from the University of Central Arkansas campus, and they are ready to play ball. Fairfield Inn has been taking care of Bear fans for over a decade now as a proud partner of UCA Athletics, and you can get the UCA rate today by visiting UCAsports.com and clicking the Fairfield Inn and Suites link at the bottom of the page, or call 501-505-8034. Go Bears!
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Walk-Ons starts every dish from scratch and only uses fresh ingredients to bring their mouth-watering Cajun cuisine to life. Whether you're there for dinner with the family, date night, cocktails with the girls, or to watch the UCA Bears on the big screen, Walk-Ons is always happy to share their Louisiana culture with you. Walk-Ons, game day with the taste of Louisiana. HD Roofing and Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics.
If you have a question or comment for the head bear, send Justin a message on Twitter at JustinAcree7. Now, back to the Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-Ons Sports Bistreaux in Conway, 955 South Amity Road, on the Buzz Radio Network.
Chambers into the end zone. Yes! Touchdown, Central Arkansas, and the Bears have gotten within 1 point of tying this one up. So Chambers, another scoring run for him. That is his third touchdown of the season. And now the Bears are an extra point away from tying this up after being down 14-0. And the big difference has been Austin Myers. Wow. All right, Landon Chambers joining us here tonight at Walk-Ons Sports Bistreaux. 3 touchdowns, 451 yards, and 1 interview on the Coaches Show. So, Landon, welcome. Appreciate you coming on with us, man. How are you?
Good. You know, excited to be here.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you. And it's been fun watching you. Coach was really high on you. You knew there was a lot on your plate. You had to sort of sit and wait. Now, I thought you did a great job when you got your opportunities last year, and you got to be proud of what you accomplished. But, man, you had some pretty good dudes out there with you last year. So you knew it was, going to be on your head this year as far as being the guy.
Yes, sir.
What did you do to prepare yourself for this year when you knew your workload was going to be a lot different?
Really just taking the summer very seriously, workouts, doing something after, just getting my body right for the season. I knew it was going to be a big season for me this year.
Yeah.
A big season for the team.
So you're 6 feet?
Yes, sir.
What are you weighing?
About 220.
How hard is it to keep weight up for you guys during the year?
I say we do a pretty good job of doing that. I mean, we're eating after workouts, after everything we do. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah. You're a good combination back of speed and size. I mean, you got a guy with a burst, or you are a guy with a burst, but you also seem like you're very comfortable running people over too. I mean, you got a preference? You like getting out in open space, or you like going through dudes?
Make them feel me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punish them every time.
Yeah. 31 carries. That's a career high. You had a career high in yards back-to-back weeks now too. So, as the season has worn on, are you more and more comfortable with the heavier workload?
Yes, sir. I am. I mean, I'm getting more comfortable every snap, more comfortable every play.
So I compared what you did the other day to, and it's not like golf at all, but I said it's like when you get done with 18 holes, you want to play 18 more if you got time.
Yeah.
And with you, it's like, okay, you had, all these carries. I mean, are you thinking like, man, I want some more. And after 15, 16, 18, 20 carries, you're like, I'm going to get to 30 carries tonight. Like, is that fun? I mean, is it fun? Does it get more comfortable as the game goes?
It's very fun. And then just seeing the defense break down and not want to do it no more is very fun.
Yeah. So did you see them? I mean, you guys kind of leaned and posed your will?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah. It started up front. I mean, we just did what we wanted to do.
Yeah. Is there any talking that goes on with running backs?
As far as like, what do you mean by that?
Do they talk to you? Do they say anything when they're tackling you and getting you down?
Yeah.
In the pile, you're in there a lot.
Yeah, they're always like, whew, like,
yeah,
you're a big one.
So again, it's been tough. I mean, you guys have had a couple of tough games. The schedule's been brutal. I mean, going back through, and I've been here for the entire Division I era. This is as hard a schedule, as challenging a schedule as you guys have ever faced. You start out at an SEC school and it goes from there. But and then the travel's so long, and I'm sure that bus ride back wasn't any more fun than that long plane ride back from Sacramento the week before. How hard has that been for you guys as far as what the schedule has asked of you?
I feel like we were managing it very well. I mean, recovery time's great. Everything's great. Just week by week, we're getting better.
Yeah. Well, the plan was at the beginning of the year to play, two quarterbacks. We thought we would see them both in game one. Didn't work out, obviously, with Austin getting injured. He came in, and let's be real, I mean, it was a spark. And you guys, things kind of changed. And you got the ball rolling, and then, boy, momentum's a funny thing. And you got it rolling out. And then third quarter kind of hit the wall a little bit. The fourth quarter, you guys flipped it right back. What's it been like with him? And how much of a spark did you feel, I guess? Because we could feel it up in the booth. How was it on the field?
It was great. I mean, he's always been one of the guys, even when he wasn't playing, it felt like he was there playing with us. I mean, he just always been in sync with us. I mean, chemistry's always been there. So that's just really what I got to say about that.
Okay, tell me about your offensive line and the relationship there. I know, you have your set five, but then we move some guys around, and then guys will play multiple positions, which is cool. I think, Jamal was here a few weeks ago. He talked about, when Shaylin comes in, he'll move inside and that kind of thing. What can you say about your offensive line? What's the rapport like there, and how important is the chemistry between you guys?
I mean, it's very important. I mean, we're doing inside run like every day, so we're getting it straight to a T. I mean, perfect. And then as far as like the switch and the rotation, it's really everybody knows what they got to do, and everybody's doing their job. So we rely on that, and we're doing it every time.
I gotcha. I saw a post that Jamal put up, Coach. I don't know if that was old or if that was recent. About did that happen this week?
You talking about
getting down on his knee?
That happened today.
Is that right?
On the stripes.
Well, tell me what happened. Tell me the story. What's going on?
He just warned me. He said, hey, don't be alarmed when there's a lot of people in the stadium around 11 o'clock tomorrow. I'm asking my girlfriend to marry me. I'm like, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope she's not disappointed it's on the stripes. But it all worked out. She said yes, and we've got another we got a bear in the boat.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Well,
yeah,
congratulations.
he's gotten engaged. So.
That's exciting. Do you have some teammates out there?
Oh, plenty of teammates.
Yeah.
Coaches were watching from the press box. So
that's cool.
It was neat. I mean, that's little things like that's cool. One day I hope LC gets to ask someone to marry him. You know what I mean? It's just it's more than ball. It's more than ball. A lot of times with these guys,
What's Jamal's fiance's name? Do we know?
What is you're gonna make me not know it on air, and I love her. She's awesome.
Well, AJ?
AJ, yeah.
See, that's what sports information does.
That's awesome.
Yeah, baby. That's good work right there.
I apologize, AJ. You're awesome.
No, congratulations. Hey, look, you got a lot of guys to keep track of. It's okay. And some gals,
I'm
too.
normally pretty good at names.
Yeah, well, I am terrible at it, so I'm not going to say a word. Okay, so, I was talking to you guys before the show started. I mean, I think the attitude has been amazing with the grind you guys have been through. I'm, talking to you. You sound like you can't wait to get back out there this weekend. Got to be great to be back at home, first of all, but you guys have got to be desperate for another victory. Got to be ready.
Yes, sir. I mean, every week we're watering the bamboo, so we're putting everything together. We're putting all the pieces together, and we're going to get it right.
Watering the bamboo.
Yes, sir.
I can't say that I'm familiar with that term.
Look it up.
Okay.
That's a Coach Williams term.
Okay, I'm going to look that one up.
Look it up.
Watering the
it's
bamboo.
really good.
Okay.
Look it up. That's a good read.
Watering the bamboo. It's a book?
It's a book. It's just it's a lifestyle. And that's a great answer, by the way. I'm glad Coach Williams spoke to the team in Sacramento State, and he that was one of his themes, was talking about watering the bamboo, that you just keep watering. Sometimes bamboo takes years to shoot up.
Yeah.
Or, so it's not about when you sprout or when the flowers bloom or when the fruit of your labor is rewarded. It's about, man, it's the grind. And if you're doing it the right way, it'll work itself out.
I'll tell you the one thing I know about bamboo. You can't get rid of it once it grows.
That's true.
That's for sure. So you have been a hard guy to get rid of, too. I will say that. So the opposing defense has probably seen enough of you. Growing up in Dallas area, Fort Worth, Cowboys fan?
No, I'm an Eagles fan.
Look out. Boy. Can't say that too loud running around the streets of Keller, Texas.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
It was actually when the Cowboys played the Eagles, and I just seen Deshaun Jackson for the first time.
Okay.
And it was over with after that. It was,
You got to love Saquon then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Is he your guy? Is that the
Yes,
best
sir.
running back in the league, you think?
Yes. No, hands down, no doubt about it.
Well, I've seen you hurdle some guys. I've seen him do that
He
a few
needs
times
to chill out on that.
Yeah. What are you thinking about how do you decide if you're going to jump a guy, go around a guy, or go through a guy?
I really look at his eyes. If his eyes look like he's going low, that's where his body's going to go. So
You can do that split second like that.
Yes, sir.
It's crazy. What's the cleanest hurdle you ever had? I mean, do you remember one where you went over a guy and kept going?
I'll say Tarzan.
Okay.
Tarzan, that was nice.
Yeah, that was a good one. It does make Coach very nervous. I'm just going to tell you that. What classification was your high school?
6A.
Okay, so you played some big boys.
Yes, sir.
What was that like?
It was a journey. I'll tell you that. I mean, but
were you guys good?
We were decent. We were mediocre. About
Okay.
5 and 5.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Always a running back?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did you play defense ever?
No.
Okay.
He'd be a heck of a linebacker, though.
I think so too, for
Man.
sure. You got a pretty good group there too now. But how about the defense? Give me your take on them going against them in camp.
That was a tough defense. That's probably one of the toughest defenses I ever faced, even in being my own team. I mean, they're a hard hitting defense. They know what they got to do. They're going to hit their assignments every time, and they're going to do it with a punch.
So 4:00 kick this week. What's your day like on a game day with a 4:00 kick? When do you get up? What do you do? Are you a morning guy at all?
About 8 o'clock. Wake up about 8 o'clock.
Hey, listen, for a college kid, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if my kid is getting up at 8 o'clock in college, so that's not bad.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite time to kick a game off if you were in charge?
Favorite time. I like the evening game, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice little breeze, sun going down.
Yeah. It's really nice playing a 6 o'clock game and then being at home, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That helps.
You don't like 6 o'clock game and then a 7-hour bus ride. It's not the jam.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's a little shorter trip after a win, but certainly hoping you guys get one at home this week and you can have that short trip home, and that'll be fun. But, well, listen, keep up the good work, and congrats on your success so far. Excited about seeing the rest of your journey here in Conway. Are you liking it at Central Arkansas?
Oh, yeah, I'm loving it.
That's good. All right, cool. You like Conway more than you like the Cowboys?
Yes.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
There you go.
Yes.
All right, that's wild. I mean, that is risky business. Now, if you were living in Philly and you were a Dallas fan, you might be in some real trouble there. I mean, that could get ugly. But luckily, I imagine people around you are probably all right. So, well, good luck this week, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Landon Chambers, good stuff, man. Appreciate it. I know
Stud.
you've been excited about him, and
Stud.
yeah, absolutely. And again, the other backs. I mean, he had some guys dinged up, and he probably knew going in. He might have a 30 carry night.
And I told him, I said, dude, you better hydrate up. I said, because you're going to touch the ball a lot tonight. I didn't have a number in my head, but then you add on the catches he had as well. I mean, he touched the ball 35 times, I think, and in this day and age, that's rare. That's rare. And guess what? Buckle up. He's going to do it again this week.
Yeah, it's almost like pitchers who throw 7 or 8 innings on a regular basis.
rare.
That is very uncommon.
It's rare. And man, just I can't rave enough about Landon Chambers and the person he is, the player he is. I've been talking about him for 2 years, but just look at his smile. Can't not like the guy.
Absolutely. All right. Well, J.A. Mole and A.J. Mole to be. Congrats to them again one more time. We appreciate those cool moments and letting your people be a part of it. That's a neat thing. Like you said, it's a lot more than just football. That's those lasting memories, Coach, and guys come back. I mean, I know you stay in touch with some guys that you played with back in the day. So, I mean, it is lasting memories for sure.
Congrats, Jamal and AJ.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I should ask Landon if you're going to get engaged. The stripes is that's a good one. We'll ask Travion about that on the other side when we come back. Got a Russellville native on the show coming up. Transfer from Northwest Missouri State. We'll visit with Travion after the break. Talk about his perspective. He is a man who, and I see our strength and conditioning coach in the house. He's a guy that definitely gets it done in the weight room. We'll talk about that coming up. Stick around. It is the Nathan Brown Show here from Walk-Ons in Conway.
It's game time at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Conway, located 3 miles from the University of Central Arkansas campus, and they are ready to play ball. Fairfield Inn has been taking care of Bear fans for over a decade now as a proud partner of UCA Athletics, and you can get the UCA rate today by visiting UCAsports.com and clicking the Fairfield Inn and Suites link at the bottom of the page, or call 501-505-8034. Go Bears!
Family owned and operated since 1976, Moix RV represents the finest recreational vehicle manufacturers at clear see-through prices. This means no prep fees, no additional freight, free battery, free propane, and comprehensive free training on your new camper. And Moix RV is home to Camp Moix, a free camping club organizing events throughout the year. All of these things show Moix's commitment to being a customer service company that happens to sell RVs. 1213 Collier Drive in Conway, and let us show you true value. HD Roofing and Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection, and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship, warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Walk-Ons starts every dish from scratch and only uses fresh ingredients to bring their mouth-watering Cajun cuisine to life. Whether you're there for dinner with the family, date night, cocktails with the girls, or to watch the UCA Bears on the big screen, Walk-Ons is always happy to share their Louisiana culture with you. Walk-Ons, game day with a taste of Louisiana.
You're listening to The Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-Ons Sports Bistreaux in Conway, where everything is made from scratch, bringing Cajun cuisine to life. Now, back to Coach Brown and Justin on the Buzz Radio Network.
Second down. Again, another play where nobody moved into the end zone. A one-handed catch. Henry, touchdown! Central Arkansas! He got held in the end zone. No call. He doesn't care. Reaches out his left paw, pulls it in, and the Bears have narrowed the gap. What a catch. Man. All right, welcome back to Walk-On Sports Bistreaux here in Conway. Nathan Brown Show continuing. And Malachi had a couple of one-handed catches, Coach, and he's a pretty spectacular guy. When he is in the zone, he's doing some good things. And, we were talking about it in the break, and for those who, we didn't really go into the numbers too much in the game against Lamar, but pretty nice debut for Austin Myers. 25 of 41, 358, 3 touchdowns. Did throw a couple of picks, sacked a couple of times, but a lot of good things happening there. But Arlie Lee back after missing some time, and what an impact he made. 4 catches, 114, and a touchdown. And one of those catches kept you guys in it, gave you a shot late. Malachi, 9 for 113, a career high in receptions, a couple of touchdowns for him. The other one was not quite as dramatic, but also very good. And then you mentioned Landon, too. 67 yards on 5 catches for him. He's your second leading receiver as far as the number of catches goes this year, so he's been a big part of that. And good to see Ty Durham involved, too. And, man, I'm excited about him getting involved more often in the kick return game. Had a nice return negated by a hold, but he's an exciting guy every time he touches it.
I thought the catch of the night was a 2-point conversion. I mean, that ball was put on the pylon, and it was unreal.
Coach.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not negating Malachi's one-handed catch, but that was tough.
Insane.
I mean,
that was like through the eye of a needle.
Especially considering the moment, too.
Yeah, the throw was great, the catch was great, and there was zero room. That is a tiny window.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. Great play.
That wasn't even through like a whole window. It was just like through like one little pane in the window. So pretty amazing. All right, we're talking to Travion Traylor now. Let's flip over to defense a little bit and talk to Travion, who is 6 foot 275.
That's right.
Okay, you carry it well, I got to say.
Thank you.
Pull that mic up a little bit closer if you can.
Right or better?
Yep, that's good. Russellville, Arkansas, by way of Northwest Missouri State. Tell me about your journey.
So, as you said, started off in Russellville, Arkansas, and then graduated. Didn't have any D1 interest, so I took the next best thing going to Northwest Missouri, which at the time was considered the powerhouse of D2. So I took advantage of that, tried to do what I can do there. And every opportunity I got there, I took advantage of it. Anytime I got in, I tried to make something happen. Being undersized and a little bit struggling with height, I mean, I just took the weight room serious and took advantage of that. I mean, if I'm not going to be as tall, I might as well be stronger than everybody else I go against. So I took a lot of pride in that, try to hustle around a lot. And the little bit of plays I made, I was able to carry over and get me to a higher level, and that's how I got here.
6 feet tall. Is that accurate, you think?
Yes, sir.
Any advantage to being shorter than the offensive lineman you face?
I'd say so. Get off and having leverage off the rip, it's very crucial.
What was high school like for you?
Just like every other collegiate athlete, high school is like it's nice. I mean, the skill gap between you and everybody else is very evident. Games are fun. I mean, who doesn't like Friday Night Lights when they're in high school?
Yeah.
But I definitely like enjoyed it while I could.
I noticed when you were at Northwest Missouri State, you wore 41.
Mm-hmm.
Still in 41.
Right.
What's the story?
So off the rip, redshirt freshman year, I didn't really get to pick a number, so I was stuck with 98. I didn't want the number that big. The jersey was too big, so I wasn't staying in that.
Yeah, Bradley Clark's jersey is big.
Yeah, you can tell that. You can say that again. So the running back I came in with, he had number 41. He didn't like the number because he's a running back. He didn't want to be like Alvin Kamara. And so I was like, you know what?
I don't know why. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, he's really good. But he gave the number up the following year. And so I was like, you know what? I'll take it. And I was like, what defensive players have this number who like play D-line or edge rush? I was like, Josh Allen. I mean, he's the only one who got it.
Yeah.
And so I just stuck with that one. I was going to change to honor one of my favorite receivers that I played with at Northwest, but that number wasn't available, so I just stuck with 41. So I'll just take that as far as I can.
Yeah, I like it. So have you always been a weight room guy, or is that something you developed in college?
Always been a weight room guy.
Okay.
Always.
What else did you play growing up?
My mom put me in everything. I did football, baseball. Let's see, football, baseball. I'm definitely forgetting another one. Basketball. There you go. Yeah.
Did you do any track? I figured you throw the shot put a mile.
I threw in high school.
Okay.
And as time went on, it kind of sizzled out, and so I narrowed it down to football, wrestling, that I picked up my 10th grade year.
Okay.
And I did track.
What, did you wrestle heavyweight or what did you wrestle at? Yeah.
Heavyweight.
What weight did you wrestle at?
I was around like 240 going against 285ers.
He would cut. Okay. Yeah, it was crazy. I remember when you were in high school cutting like that.
How was wrestling for you? Were you successful with that?
Oh, yeah. Only wrestled for 2 years. First year I was a state runner-up, and then my second year I won state.
I mean, come on, what are we doing?
Would you want to wrestle him?
No, I do not. I don't even want to thumb wrestle him, Coach. What are you talking about? So anything you learned from a leverage standpoint from wrestling that's helpful in the football field?
Oh, absolutely. Everything. More than just leverage. I mean, hand-eye coordination, hand fighting, wrist control. That's something very important. Actually being able to explode out of your hips is a big thing in wrestling, trying to drive someone into the mat. I mean, all that type of stuff, like, you don't think it carries over until you feel someone who hasn't done wrestling before. You're like, okay, like, I definitely have a little edge on them since they don't have the experience here.
Yeah. Well, Coach Fodio's here, so don't try to give me any bull here, but the rumor has it you squat 900 pounds.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable with that number? Is that the peak, or we think we got more in the tank?
I mean,
not to say that's not a lot. That's plenty. But
yeah, it's a lot.
I would have to squat like 5 times to get to 900, but
it definitely isn't easy. I say that. With the type of squat we do, I definitely wanted to go higher. With due time, I wanted to try 1,000 just to say I did it. But regular squatting, I'm probably like around 705 regular back squat.
Okay.
So
it's insane. What about you guys don't max on bench, or do you?
We do.
Okay. Where are we at over there? You get some shoulders. 465. Jeez, what'd you bench in college, Coach?
Not that much.
Not that much. I would guess not. As a quarterback, probably not healthy. But so how about the defensive line group? You've had some new guys come in, contribute. You're one of those guys. I mean, you've been elsewhere, some experienced guys, and it's great to see it. Listen, pretty good history of D2 guys moving up and doing well here. So I guess it's become a bit of a pipeline. But how has it been, gelling with the new mates up front?
I definitely say during spring, it definitely took some getting used to because there's a lot of different personalities I'm not used to. Obviously, I never knew them prior. But over summer, I definitely say I got used to them. We started to actually bond and have conversations. I mean, the group was very skillful, and I really think the D-line has the most depth of any position on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the DNs. I love the DNs. Gary, Shell, Buck, Reggie, Carmelo, young kid. He's good. I like him because his potential. Then we got Reed in our room. I mean, it's great. I love it. All those guys, they work hard. They like to win, whether it be winning the rep or winning the game. I mean, I don't think I'd rather be around anyone else in that position group.
I'm glad you brought up Carmelo. He was on my list to talk about, and he was a guy that sort of I wasn't really told he was going to play a lot. We look up, and he had a really productive game against Sac State.
Mm-hmm.
Then saw him out there again against Lamar coach, and Fordyce guy, another Arkansas kid, and wears 99. You will not confuse him with 98. He is a much smaller version than in a high 90 jersey, but. How did he end up here, and what's the ceiling for him? He looks like he's got some real potential for you.
Massive ceiling. I mean, Coach Davis thinks he's got an NFL ceiling in 3 years. Been forced to play because Buck Cobb's injured.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what it was, and he hadn't skipped a beat at that position. He's a great player.
Well, good deal. Travion, thanks for coming on. Great stuff. Appreciate you. Best of luck. Enjoy your dinner, and we'll see you this Saturday.
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Travion Trailer, awesome. All right, we're going to talk a little more about the offense, defense. We haven't talked about special teams at all yet. We'll get into that with Coach on the other side. Next up, it's Utah Tech coming in here on Saturday, 4 o'clock on the Stripes. We'll join you at 3 o'clock with our pregame show on the UCA Radio Network. And it's Hall of Fame Saturday. We've got a ceremony in the morning, so we'll get to all that coming up.
Game time at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Conway, located 3 miles from the University of Central Arkansas campus, and they are ready to play ball. Fairfield Inn has been taking care of Bear fans for over a decade now as a proud partner of UCA Athletics, and you can get the UCA rate today by visiting UCAsports.com and clicking the Fairfield Inn and Suites link at the bottom of the page, or call 501-505-8034. Go Bears!
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Walk-Ons starts every dish from scratch and only uses fresh ingredients to bring their mouth-watering Cajun cuisine to life. Whether you're there for dinner with the family, date night, cocktails with the girls, or to watch the UCA Bears on the big screen, Walk-Ons is always happy to share their Louisiana culture with you. Walk-Ons, game day with a taste of Louisiana. HD Roofing and Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship, warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics.
At Moix RV, customer service isn't just their motto, it's their legacy. Since 1976, they've been dedicated to providing exceptional experiences, not just selling RVs. They hear you. Words are easy, actions speak louder. That's why Moix RV has invested millions in expanding their service bays across Conway, Springdale, and Hot Springs. But service bays are just tools. It's their passionate team that truly makes the difference. Their team isn't just knowledgeable, they're tenured. Visit them today in Conway, Springdale, or Hot Springs, and let's get you rolling.
Go Purple, go Gray, go UCA. You're listening to The Nathan Brown Show on the Buzz Radio Network, coming to you live from Walk-Ons Sports Bistreaux in Conway. A great place to take the family or catch the game. Now, back to Coach Brown and Justin.
Myers will throw. Going fade ball here. A lot of contact. There's a push off. No call. Touchdown, Arlie Lee. No flag comes out. He shoved the defender to the ground. And the fans are hot. And I don't blame them. There was a lot of contact over there, but the official was standing right by it. Doesn't drop the flag. You hear the boos. And it'll be a touchdown, Central Arkansas. All right, Arlie Lee using his body well, let's say it that way. And there were a couple calls that went against the Bears. That was one that benefited, I thought. But there was a lot of contact over their coach, and you don't see offensive pass interference called a bunch. I feel like I've seen it called more this year than in previous years, though. So man, good to get him back, and what an impactful player.
He's pound for pound one of the better players at the receiver position I've coached. Just been struck with some injuries, and when he's healthy, he's and confident, he's as good as there is. And so we saw a little piece of that and what he can be on Saturday. And can you imagine, him playing like that, having Tyrell Pollard playing the way he is, and Malachi Henry and Ty Durham, and I mean, I can go down the list. I mean, it's got a chance to be a really dynamic group. And I'll tell you this: Arlie's a big, strong dude. He's 220 pounds, and there was a lot of hand fighting, but when Arlie fights back, you fly back. It's kind of the way it works.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they let that one go, and like we said, got the short end of the stick on a couple other ones, but. Austin Myers has returned, and afterwards we got a little bit of a short interview with him about just being in the game. Still, you pointed it out to us in our conversation. He still has not made a single start. Came in and filled in last year in the Eastern Kentucky game and unfortunately got hurt right away. And this year got hurt in camp and didn't get a chance to step in. And he will make his first start this weekend against Utah Tech. So here's a little bit from the Bears quarterback, Austin Myers, after a 25 of 41, 3-touchdown day, 358 yards in his 2025 debut. Not a bad way to go.
It's exciting. I was really excited to finally get back out there after the injury. And I felt good. I felt healthy. Just kind of short, man. Yeah, it's fourth quarter game, and I think that's definitely means we're trending in the right direction. Obviously, I came to win the game, and it's disappointing in the end to lose, especially in that way, knowing that we had a chance, and that stings. So it's good we're trending in the right direction, but I'm here to win football game.
He's about that W, and everybody is.
Good answer.
I agree, 100%. So, him back, Arlie back, and you've gotten some defensive guys healthy as well. I know the offensive line is, taking their lumps. Hopefully they can get a little healthy, get treatment here at home, and not have to get on a bus or on a plane on Friday and travel to the game site, which is going to be nice this week too, Coach. So not too far off from a bye week also. But as far as special teams goes, we haven't really talked about that. And I got to be honest, every week at kicker, it's a mystery for us. So what's going on with the kicking room? And you've utilized different guys on kickoffs, on PATs, and then we had a different field goal situation the other day. So what's going on in the kicking room?
We're just trying to figure out who's going to be the most consistent. Nobody's really grabbed a hold of the job. Now, I'll tell you, Caleb Jones has done a good job with the field goals. He's been very consistent. And really, I had several questions over the last couple of days. Why didn't you take a shot at the field goal? And I don't have. I mean, that was a long field goal. We needed probably another 10 to 12 yards to take a shot at it, just with the leg strength we have right now. But look, as far as the kicking situation, we are a placement kick team. We do not have the legs right now to kick it out the back of the end zone, and that's just reality. I mean, that's just where we're at. Mm-hmm. Whether that's going and strengthening our legs or finding someone that can do it specifically, that's what they do. But where we are right now is we're a placement team, and so we've got two to three guys that can kick off, and really it's about doing right. And it's just like any other position. If you don't do right, I mean, you can have the chance to be sacrificed as far as the depth chart goes. So again, that's been a fluid situation. It's been a little bit of a point of frustration. But look, it's not that they're not working hard. They're good kids. They want to be better, and they're expected to be better. And so, some of these returns that have happened is because we're putting the ball in the wrong spot of where the return's supposed to be, or where the kick's supposed to be going. So, we've got to do better there. That's something that obviously we're working hard on.
There were some early ones that leaked out, a couple of punt returns that leaked out, but then late in the game, you guys really benefited yourselves. There was a miscue on a ball that went to the 1, and the returner wasn't sure, is it going to go out? Is it going to go in the end zone? Picks it up late. You guys are able to get him down at the 15. There was another one.
The last kickoff was put where the ball was supposed to be, and that was great. I mean, good hang time, put it where it was at. I think it landed on the 4 or 5 yard line with great hang time. We knew they were going to try to take it as a middle return, so we have a 6-man surface on that field side, and it was perfect. I mean, that's why the guy, it was, I don't know what the net return was. It was probably 16 yards. I mean, so that's what it was supposed to look like. So we've got to be consistent from the kicker position so that we give our coverage units a chance to have success.
And how about on punt return?
Yeah, the low kicks. I mean, low kicks, and our gunners got tripped up a couple times. We were in position to make the play on the second one. We had 4 guys around the guy. We just didn't uncork it and tackle him. We shuffled up, worried about his quickness, and we didn't just go take a shot.
Yeah.
First guy go take a shot, second guy clean it up, and that's what we're working on. First guy take a shot, second guy clean it up, and so we had 4 guys sitting there thinking, I'm just going to clean it up. Nobody would go uncork it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a lack of scheme or anything like that. It was just really personnel going and making a play.
Fusilier's a pretty dynamic returner too, so
he's a good player.
Yeah, he's a hard guy to get down for sure. I will tell you this: I've been watching football my whole life. I've been calling games for a long time. I don't think I've ever had an unnecessary roughness on a punter.
Well, and I'll tell you this, and this is just a point of frustration because it's happened to us for 2 weeks now. That same play, I saw what running into the kicker looked like last week, which I thought was a roughing call at Sac State. No call here, and literally the same. Like if I read the translation of the rule book, like they didn't allow Trace to land on his foot. He landed on their guy, ended up on the ground on that play. We were 4th and 2. That gives us a first down, even if it's running into the kicker.
100%.
It's frustrating. And I think Trace was frustrated and got over there and, tried to be Pat McAfee. I don't know.
Well, I thought it was kind of funny, I have to say, although it's not helpful.
Great. That's one of those you hate undisciplined penalties. You don't expect it out of your punter. That's obvious.
Yeah.
But again, I think Trace is letting out a little frustration from getting smoked 2 weeks in a row.
Well, I just don't know how that's not a 5-yard penalty.
I don't either.
To your point.
I don't either.
And you're right. It keeps the drive alive. So this week, Coach, we're going to turn our attention to Utah Tech now. And this was a team, last year, you're going over there and a team that had really been struggling, and they found a way. And when I said this earlier, I meant it. It's not just, broadcaster speak and a guy that roots for the Bears. This is one of the better 1-4 teams in America, I would say, at this level, and I would say your team is among that group as well. They open with UC Davis. They lose by 3. For those who are not following, that's a fantastic program that's nationally ranked. They go to Northern Arizona, and they lose by 7. A score. Yep.
Northern Arizona's nationally ranked.
Yeah, and then Idaho, we know they're nationally ranked. You lose 20-6. They played Northern Iowa, a team that's been a perennial power. They're down maybe a little bit, but still they pull out a victory 20-9, and then they go to Austin Peay last week and got thumped.
That was a weird one.
And Austin Peay's been really good, and they happen to be nationally ranked too. This just in. So Utah Tech's schedule almost as formidable as the Bears, and they are 1-4. So again, another team that's going to come in very hungry, looking for win number 2.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be a battle. They're well coached. Their head coach came from Stanford. He runs a tight ship program, and he does a good job. He's recruited talented kids from the West Coast. They've retained some of their talent from last year and added some pieces to the puzzle. So it's going to be a battle. We're just glad they're coming to Conway. Utah's a hard place to play.
Boy, it's just nice to be here versus anywhere.
Yes.
I mean, I don't care if it's the old GSC days and you're going to Arkansas Tech.
Yeah.
It's just nice to be at home.
Yeah.
No travel this weekend. Very nice. That Bear Walk's going to feel really good. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little more about Utah Tech. Got our 2-minute drill coming up in a little bit as well. Nathan Brown Show continues from Walk-Ons at Conway after this.
It's game time at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Conway, located 3 miles from the University of Central Arkansas campus, and they are ready to play ball. Fairfield Inn has been taking care of Bear fans for over a decade now as a proud partner of UCA Athletics, and you can get the UCA rate today by visiting UCAsports.com and clicking the Fairfield Inn and Suites link at the bottom of the page, or call 501-505-8034. Go Bears!
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
HD Roofing and Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection, and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship, warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics. Family owned and operated since 1976, Moix RV represents the finest recreational vehicle manufacturers at clear see-through prices. This means no prep fees, no additional freight, free battery, free propane, and comprehensive free training on your new camper. And Moix RV is home to Camp Moix, a free camping club organizing events throughout the year. All of these things show Moix's commitment to being a customer service company that happens to sell RVs. 1213 Collier Drive in Conway, and let us show you true value. Walk-Ons starts every dish from scratch and only uses fresh ingredients to bring their mouth-watering Cajun cuisine to life. Whether you're there for dinner with the family, date night, cocktails with the girls, or to watch the UCA Bears on the big screen, Walk-Ons is always happy to share their Louisiana culture with you. Walk-Ons, game day with a taste of Louisiana.
We're talking Bear football tonight on the Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-Ons Sports Bistreaux in Conway, and broadcasting live from their location at 955 South Amity Road.
Myers makes the handoff, throws it man-to-man, and it is caught! Touchdown! Delayed reaction, and there he is again, the pride of Van Buren, Arkansas, Malachi Henry. Another highlight catch for him. Spectacular. His second touchdown of the night, and the Bears are within 4. Extra point good, and it was 35-32 after that. Bears did get it back, and a shot to the end zone, Coach. I thought we were about to get another Hail Mary finish, and ball got tipped up, almost ended perfectly, but unfortunately don't come up with it in the end zone, and 35-32 the final. But yeah, Malachi Henry, very, very confident young man right now.
Yeah, he's playing good. And obviously we know the talent he has. But what I enjoyed seeing, there were some great throws that Austin made. I thought he dropped it in a bucket all night. There was one throw on the field goal drive that he missed Malachi down the field on, just kind of overthrow him a little bit. But it was encouraging to see those guys make contested catches. I think when you do that, you soften the defense. I mean, you're forcing them to put coverage over the top. You don't feel like you've got one-on-one advantages, right? So if you can make those contested catches, which Malachi did, Arley did, Ty Durham did a time or two. I mean, that's huge for our offense. That's going to help us tick throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah, there's any question about that. Third downs, Coach, have been a bugaboo this year. A little bit better on Saturday. Hopefully that trend goes the right direction. We've talked about it for years. How do you get good at third down? You do well on first and second down. It makes it easier. And vice versa, over 50% allowed on third down defensively, which is not a winning formula either, and I'm sure that's a focal point for you guys on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and I thought our defense, if you look at the box score, you would have said, how did you lose? I mean, defense did a great job on third downs the other night. We did not do as good a job as we would want to on offense to keep some drives alive. So we had to go for it on third down a couple of times, but defensively we held 1 for 10 on third down. I mean that's a winning formula there. I mean, like you can't ask for better. But it just giving up inopportune big plays was the issue, especially in the first part of the first half, first part of the second half. But yeah, I mean, third down's winning formula, red zone's winning formula. We're just. Once again, we are who we are. We're a 1-4 football team right now. We got to figure it out. It doesn't matter who we played. I mean, we can talk about the schedule all we want. I'll gripe about it till the cows come home.
Yeah.
But our expectation is to go win football games, and we haven't been able to do that.
Well, this week, hopefully back on track, and we'll talk about that in a second. I did want to mention this. It was brought to our attention today that today is, if you don't feel old enough, the 20-year anniversary of your first start at the University of Central Arkansas. 20 years ago today.
Wow.
Against North Alabama. This was a televised Thursday night game.
Yep.
It was the GSC game of the week.
It was.
Double overtime.
Yep.
You had a great night, except for in the first overtime.
Fumbled.
They knocked it away from you. Then they miss a field goal. You get to double overtime. They make a field goal, you guys get the ball back. And what happened?
Threw a touchdown on a power pass to Shea Jones.
And it was about a 5 or 6 play drive.
Yeah.
In overtime, which was wild. Some interesting numbers here. Coach was 25 of 34, 280, 3 touchdowns, and interception. Aaron Ferruz had the greatest hair on the field and also had an 8-catch, 130-yard, 2-touchdown night. And the Florida State head coach, Mike Norvell, 4 catches for 23 yards. Not a bad day.
He's got to get more yards than that.
No doubt. What are your recollections of the day before knowing you're going to make your first start?
Well, here's what I remember about that leading up to that. So we had took a long trip to Valdosta State actually the Saturday before and knew we had a quick turnaround for a Thursday night game of the week. That was a big deal. Not that games weren't televised all the time back then.
Right. There was no ESPN Plus.
There was no ESPN
There were no
Plus.
stripes.
I mean,
Different.
that's why you played on Thursday night was to get a TV slot. And so I remember coming in on Sunday night. I'd gotten the nod for the whole second half of the Valdosta State game on the road. Played well. We came up short. I mean, we came up short and didn't win, but played well enough to where the coaches had enough confidence in me to basically turn the reins over to me. And then, hey, congratulations, you're playing, a top 5 ranked North Alabama team on a short week's notice, and you're a freshman. And so I think that was probably the best thing that ever happened to me was it was a short week, so less time to think and just react. And that was a talented football team. I mean, that team won 11 games that year, made it to the quarterfinals. So I thought that was a national championship caliber team. As far as the talent that was assembled, I had a lot of good players around me to help me be a good player that as far as being early in my career.
Well, you were pretty darn good too. And watching a freshman take the bull by the horns and lead a team was something to behold for sure. And I remember you getting in guys' faces occasionally on the sideline, doing the things that need to be done. And for a freshman to be comfortable enough to do that was a pretty special thing, which, leads us to today and 20 years later. Not surprising that you're leading this program. So you look at the total numbers, Coach. You mentioned it already real quick before we do our 10-minute drill. 514 to 293. Last week, Utah Tech went through the same thing, just on the other side, except for they did not win. They got pretty much hammered across the board. 492 to 237 against a really good Austin Peay team. Their quarterback, Graf, 16 to 27. You've seen him before, 143. Got sacked a few times. What's the comp for Graf?
He's lack of a better term, he's annoyingly good. I mean, he's just a winner. He's competitive. He keeps plays alive with his feet. He can run the ball. They designed some run game for him, which is frustrating because anytime you add the element of the quarterback run, that can be a difficult thing to defend. But they've got an offensive identity. They stick to it, kind of like Lamar. They like to be in 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, and run the football and do some play action off of it, and then run the quarterback. And so he's a winner. He's a lefty. You can just tell he plays the game the right way. He's not fun to defend, and I remember that from last year.
All right, quick 2-minute drill here. Well, a 2-minute drill. I was going to ask this when we went to California, but I didn't get to it. So would you rather try to climb a redwood tree or get up on a surfboard?
Oh, surfboard.
Okay.
I don't like heights.
Okay. I've done it. It's not
fun.
And
I don't think I can get my arm around the redwood tree.
Well, they would give you like a carabiner.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
Okay, none of that.
No,
give me a surfboard.
Not.
All right. What do you do on a long flight or ride home after a game? You've had that back-to-back weeks now.
Did we win or lose?
Well, you lost, unfortunately, the last 2 weeks.
Then I'm doing a lot of reflecting and sulking.
Okay, and if you win?
Then I'm probably stopping at the nearest gas station, getting Dr. Pepper and some type of pretzels, something sweet to eat because I feel good.
Did you guys drive back yourselves?
We did.
Yeah, and you had some coaches with you?
I did.
Is there a lot of conversation or a little quiet?
There's probably 6 words spoke the whole way.
Okay, all right. Typical Sunday.
Well, recently,
I guess.
Pull back into the parking lot, go get a shower in the stadium, maybe lay down on my couch for about an hour and get to work.
Or try to.
I didn't.
15 minutes later?
I hadn't slept much, but no. Most Sundays I try to go to church and be with family, and obviously home games I'm able to do that, and get to work about 1 o'clock. But recently we've been trying to find a win, and I've been working through Sundays.
A lot of later games, 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock. What's the game plan for a 4 o'clock kick versus 6?
Well, you just accelerate it by 2 hours. I mean, nothing crazy. Obviously pregame meals and 2 hours earlier, but we'll probably get them up to the stadium about 11 o'clock. We'll walk through first thing in the morning at 8:30 up there at the stadium and do that thing, get them out of bed, get them going. But yeah, no, not a lot of change from a 4 to a 6. Now you move that up to 12 or 1. There's some logistical changes that have to happen.
Okay. All right. 4 o'clock this week. Bears taking on Utah Tech. We're hoping to have you out there. We need a big crowd on hand, and somebody's going to get win number 2. And hopefully it's the guys in purple. We will join you again next week to talk about it. Pre-game at 3 o'clock on the UCA Radio Network. Thanks for being with us tonight here at Walk-Ons in Conway. And good night, everybody.